Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Grant. So in today's video, I will be reviewing the 6th season of Schitt's Creek, which is also the final season. So I will preface by saying Schitt's Creek is a show that I hold near and dear to my heart. I do love this show so much, and therefore I also loved the 6th season so much. Something that the show does every season is that Dan and Eugene Levy, who also Dan plays David, Eugene plays John, and they are also the creators of the show and they're the minds behind it. One thing that I do love that they do is that each season they just go deeper and deeper and deeper into all of the characters. I love watching a show feeling like I know the characters extremely well, and that's exactly what they do. Another thing that they do is that with their writing, especially with the 6th season, the writing is just so smart. It's so witty, it's hysterical. Every season is hysterical, and the 6th season did not disappoint, especially with Moira. The character Moira, she is my favorite, played by Catherine O'Hara, and something that I just love about her is her vocabulary, plus her wigs. Her vocabulary is just spot on. The fact that her vocabulary has sparked multiple people to create YouTube videos dissecting her vocabulary is just incredible because I have watched them. I literally have no clue what half of the stuff she says means, but, you know, watching those videos and looking the words up, I love it, you know? I'm a person who loves learning many words, and Moira just gives that to me, and I just feed off of it. You know, one of the reasons why I do love the show is because they do such an amazing take on racism and homophobia and any kind of discrimination, because there is literally an entire lack of any kind of discrimination in the town of Schitt's Creek. And I've watched many interviews about it, and from what they said, the commonality that they have said is good begets good. And it's so true, because if you have a town that is nothing but good, nothing but kindness, and just decent humanity, then what will come out of that? More decent humanity. And the fact that that is the outlook on how to fix all of the horrible problems in the world is just so incredible, because there is literally no other show nor movie that does that, and they just did an entirely phenomenal and compelling job at doing that. And that is honestly why I feel like it has gotten so much attention without the past couple years, because people are truly seeing that and grabbing onto it, and they're just like, well, why aren't other shows doing that? And it's so true. One thing I will say is something that my boyfriend has talked about is it was very smart of them to end the show where they ended it, because obviously it is at such a high rate now. You know, they've gotten multiple awards for it. So many people are talking about it. There's so much buzz around it that it's better to end on your own terms and to end at a high than it is to keep going season after season, and then eventually they lose ratings because people are getting bored with it, and then them being forced to cancel. So I understand that this is the narrative they needed to tell, and that it is better for them to end on their own terms where people are just in love with it. And that was smart on their decision. Was that hard for them to do? Yes, it was. And I know that because I did watch the hour-long documentary that aired after the series finale, and they talked about that. You know, there was so much creativity and emotion put behind the show. I loved seeing that, just because I love seeing any work that gets put into doing a show, into doing a movie. And so watching that was very interesting in my opinion. One thing I am excited about is to see where Annie Murphy, who plays Alexis, and where Dan Levy, who plays David, do end up after this. Everyone knows of Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy. Like, they have been quite successful in their careers, but I am excited to see where Annie and Dan go after this, because honestly, it's hard for me to see them not getting roles or opportunities after this show, especially after how incredible they did in it. Dan, not only as an actor, but as a writer and a creator, and then Annie, of course, as an actor. I'm just excited to see where their next moves are, and also for Eugene and Catherine, I am also excited to see where they go after this. I feel like I know them because obviously after watching 6 seasons, you do become attached to these characters, and I feel like that in the best way. I feel so attached to them, and I feel like I know them so well. Like I said, going back to the writing. But it's just something, It's something that is just so special. It's a project that I feel like so many people have loved, and if you haven't seen it, then I feel like you will love it. It's so comical, it's just so smart. It's the fact that a show that is done in about 20-some minute increments can just have such an impact is just so amazing, and I will hold this show near and dear to my heart. If I have nothing else to watch, you know, I'll be watching this show. And if you haven't seen it and you do want to watch it, I will say seasons 1 through 5 are on Netflix. My boyfriend and I were lucky enough to see the show as it aired on TV, but I do know that it is on the Pop TV app. The 6th season is, and all the other seasons are, if you do feel like you want to watch it. But yes, that is my review. If I had more than 2 hands, I would give it more than 2 thumbs up just because it is exceptional. Definitely give this a shot if you haven't. It is bittersweet to see it coming to an end. However, all things must come to an end at some point, so I do understand that, you know, I'm sure that some people want to move on and do other things and possibly do better things if that is possible. I will say, I know I kind of talked about the show in totality, which it is hard to talk about the last season of the show without talking about the seasons that came before it, so I hope you guys understand. The show will be loved by many people years and years to come, no doubt about it. But yes, that's my review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you like, and hit that notification bell while you're at it so that you do get notified whenever I post future uploads. That's about it. So I'll see you on the next one, guys. Have a good one.